Hi everybody. So I am back and I have reached a little milestone here. I finally have my first video up and I am excited to be doing my second video. And I will admit this video that I'm going to do was not what I intended to do as my second video. But one of the things that I had said on my first video was, that beauty isn't always beautiful. And it drives me crazy that I am as old as I am and have, been around the block, and I realize, I know in my head that a lot of times, what you see on TV, what you see in videos, what you see in magazines, that type of thing, it's not always as it would appear if you were standing right there in front of that person or in front of that at that moment. It's not the way it would appear. So it drives me crazy though that even myself, I still get caught up in that. And one of the for instances was, of course, when I was putting up my first video and editing it and figuring out all of that. It is amazing how many times I ended up watching that video to get the editing. Well, as I even watched my own video, I found myself picking myself apart. And one of the things that drove me crazy, I noticed in my video, is anytime I was farther out, I was like, oh my gosh, my chest is super red. Like it always is. I get lots of red, kind of my face, if it turns random color, it will turn red. But anyways, and so I was thinking as I was editing that video, like, oh, I need to make sure that I, do some stuff and put lots of makeup right there. Yeah, okay, that's all well and good, but in everyday life, that is not what I would not do, head to chest makeup. I would do my face and run out the door. So I was, also kind of looking, and I was like, oh, maybe a little more highlight. Oh, maybe a little more contour. Oh, I should wear brighter lipstick. And it was kind of driving me crazy. So a little bit of this project is determining, okay, how do I present myself in a flattering light without being completely fake? And there is definitely, some gray area there. I will admit there will probably be some things that I will flip on my camera and look at myself and be like, oh, need to do this real quick. But like I said, there's other things that are desperately needed to be done. And because I can flip on my camera and look at myself and go, oh, well, sheesh, you don't even notice that. So like I said, it drives me crazy that even I get caught up in it nowadays, and I get caught up in it looking at myself. You think like, oh man, why can't my video look like that person? Or I don't look like that. So one of the things I thought I would share with you today is if I were getting ready to go out and run errands and that type of thing, this is pretty much what my makeup would look like. I've always worn a ton of foundation. I personally, if I could just paint on skin tone latex paint, I would be fine with that. My face tends to, like I said, have lots of redness around here, and I have always worn a boatload of makeup as far as foundation, and I pretty much carry a compact with me and a brush all day long. And if I'm, if I'm breathing, I'm putting on face powder. But other things that I've noticed about this look, or what I have on right now, is as I look at the video, I would be like, oh my gosh, I need some blush and I need contouring, and my eyebrows could use some defining and that type of thing. And so I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight on what, the things aren't always the way they appear. So sometimes, you have to remember that when you're watching videos or looking at ads in magazines and that type of thing, that I have, a plethora of tools available right here, concealers and powders and brushes and all of this thing, all of those types of things. And this isn't what I would do every single day. Now, granted, I don't want to do all of this stuff just when I'm filming, so I look fake. Oh, hey, great, I look good on video, but I kind of look fake too, or I feel fake. And that is not my goal, is to always show myself as oh, look, I look like this all the time. No, I don't. I wake up with, pillow creases on my face sometimes, or one red eye that you're like, huh, Wonder what happened there overnight. You know, or my big one is I sleep on my side all the time and I wake up with all these creases right here. So, you know, this point right here that I was making earlier, that is something that I'll give you a great example of. If I was doing a video and I thought, oh, look, that area is super red and I want to get rid of that. Well, it's a really simple trick, and it's something that, yes, I could very easily do and get rid of it, and it would look fabulously alabaster skin-like, but in real life, that is not what that looks like. So we would just take and paint a bunch of makeup right here and think, oh yeah, that's not too bad, but hey, if a little is good, a lot would probably be better. So we'll just go ahead and do more of that. And there again, this is something that, great, I will look good on this video, but I will not exactly, this isn't what I would do every day if I was going out. I mean, if I had this much makeup on down here, seriously, I'd have makeup all over my white shirt here in just no time at all. And so now we've got some foundation on there, and now we can take some powder and we'll go ahead and put lots of that on. And oh, might as well put even more. And then all of a sudden you look and you're like, oh, maybe I'll put a little highlighting powder. And now look at the difference. It looks better, right? Sure. But there again, this isn't how I would go out. So, you know, sometimes keeping those things in mind can really help you out. That's not what I look like. And I look at myself here right now and I think, oh, gosh, I look kind of pale. I need more blush on. This is the amount of blush I would wear if I were going out and wandering around for the day. But if I'm going to be on video and I want to make myself look nice and rosy, well, there we go. And now I look nice and rosy, but my eyes aren't popping quite right. So we'll go ahead and just take some eyeliner and smear a boatload of that on. And here is another perfect example. If I were actually doing this, I would be like 3 inches from my mirror and prestigiously, really nice and verso gingerly putting this on. So not to get it all smudged all over, but the magic of camera, you don't notice that as much. What in real life looks like a smudgy mess, on video, that's what we call a smoky eye. So then we'll go ahead and take a brush here of some sort, I don't know, and blend that out a little bit. And eyes are popping a little bit more now, but wait, we could add some more. There's always more. Let's go ahead and define the crease. What do I mean? That right there. Put a little powder on there, and in my mind, if I were just out wandering around, this is probably what I would do, honestly, if I were like going to a nice fancy dinner or doing a video. I just wanted to kind of show you some of these things that, you know, there again, made it pop. If you saw me in real life right now, you'd be like, that girl has on a lot of brown eyeshadow, but that's what you do for a video, I guess. There's another big whole, oh my gosh, whole world of contouring. Contouring, I don't really know if I'm pretty sure I must be doing it wrong. I don't know. I've gone into the store a number of times. I can get the highlighting down. That's not too bad of an issue. So, you know, this little sparkly highlight, oh, makes you look alive. Although I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to put it right there like I just did. But, you know, another big trick is the contouring of the dark lines. I personally cannot get this to look good. I can put it on and yes, it will look good for the video or that kind of thing, but to actually walk around like this, I'm not sure that this is what I would do. But when I was sitting there looking at myself, I was like, oh, I should try some contouring. Oh yeah, we should all try contouring. But you know, there again, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and honestly, I don't know if I'm like contouring wrong, because on video, this looks fine. But if I look over in the mirror, I'm like, oh, it's a little much. And then I know people do the down here on the chin. I don't know why, but sure, let's put some there. Take my big swirly brush and swirl that all out. And I think you're supposed to put contour. Oh yeah, put contour up here for some reason. So we'll put some up there. That looks weird. Give that a little blend. Give that a little blend. And on camera, doesn't look too bad. But sitting here looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh my goodness, you could really like just go crazy with all of this stuff. So like I said, you know, I find myself also tending to pick myself apart. And sometimes you just have to say, hey, that girl, you know, as I'm watching videos, oh yeah, she looks great. But to see her in person, you would probably think, wow, she's got a lot going on right there. So anyways, like I was saying in my first video, what I'm trying to kind of keep in mind is the fact that beauty isn't always beautiful. Right now, I may look a little better on this video with all this stuff on, but if I were walking around, I would feel a little self-conscious. Oh geez, we didn't even talk about my lips. Look how washed out they look. But me personally, I kind of like my lips being washed out. I don't know. I realize I'm kind of odd that way. I have naturally really bright red lips or really bright pink lips, and I'm always walking around powder. I'm always putting powder on my lips because I don't like how pink they are. However, for a video, oh, I look washed out. So, I'll go ahead and put some of that on. I'm pretty sure that I was supposed to line it, but I didn't. That's another one, lip liner. I don't really get lip liner. But anyway, so there, now you can see my lips. And I kind of feel like they're like, lips, when I'm walking around. So I am going to try really hard to keep it real and stick with my, hey, beauty isn't always beautiful. A lot of this is just, you know, playing around and fun, and my point is more trying to get across information on, you know, products being better than the other, or do you need to spend a lot of money on this, that type of thing. So I hope this video was a little informative and kind of helped you, you know, in, like I said, keep things in perspective. It's really easy to get caught up in that. Oh, here's another one. For instance, I knew I was doing a video and my hair wasn't very fancy looking. So I literally just curled the front of my hair. The back of my hair right now, I don't know what's going on back there. It's probably a disaster. I know it's straight and hasn't been really brushed, but hey, that part doesn't show. So it's just this front part that's going to show. So it's fine. I spent 5 minutes putting a few curls in my hair instead of a whole hour making my hair look amazing. No, it doesn't look amazing in the back. So like I said, I get caught up on it. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody does. Every once in a while, it's kind of nice to take a reality check and be like, no, this is how I look in everyday light, in natural light. Lighting is a big one. I'll show you, for instance. So right now, in kind of like setting up my area, when I first started setting it up, I was like, oh, I need some light. So I pretty much grabbed every lamp in the house and put light bulbs in it and put it out here in front of me. But here, this is what this room looks like, and I would put my makeup on naturally. But that doesn't really show up very well, and it turns all kind of yellow and random, and so of course, ta-da, more lighting. So maybe we shouldn't say it's all smoke and mirrors, but it is a lot of lights and mirrors. So anyways, that's my video for the day. I hope you think about subscribing. I would love to see subscribers, and like I said, I'm just here passing on information that I kind of come across or can discover, and passing it on to you. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.